Have you ever wondered why your wildflower photos look dull and lack that vibrant pop that you desire? Stick around and I'll show you how easy it is to enhance your wildflower photos in minutes with Luminar Neo. So glad you stuck around so I can show you how to make your wildflowers pop. So if you don't already have the Luminar Neo app, there's a link down below in the description, and with that link there's a code that will get you an additional 15% off their already sale price. Pretty sure they're running a special right now, depending on when you're watching this video, but they run a special quite often. So let's go ahead and jump on over to Neo and let's get started editing this little jewel. Alright, so here we are in Neo. This is the flower we're going to edit. We're going to take it on over to edit, and we're going to go down here to actions, and we are going to revert to the original because we get to start all over. If you've watched my past videos, you know that you always start in the develop tab here, and typically what I do is I will bring down the highlights. And the reason I'm bringing down the highlights is because I'm trying to reduce the brightness in the background and bring out a little bit more of the color of that flower. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring up the shadows, and we're bringing up the shadows because we want to reveal the detail in the little flower there, the little bluebonnet. And then we're going to jump on down here to black and white. And this is typically what I do in just about every edit that I do, is I go into this develop tab, and these are pretty much the only tools I really mess with in here. I don't really mess with the contrast because I like to play with the colors down below, and if you use the slider for contrast, it starts to change the colors. Kind of starts to change all the tones. We're going to increase the blacks somewhere right around here. That looks pretty good. And then the whites, we're going to bump the whites up a little bit. Not a lot. Maybe there. Okay, so let's take a look at our before and after. There's our before. See how bright the background is with white spots and everything in it? And now more of the yellow and the green is starting to come out. And that is my goal. So now we're going to close the Develop tab, and we're going to open up Enhance, which is one of my favorite tools. I use this on just about every edit I do. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a little radial mask over this bluebonnet flower, but we're going to try to just cover the flower and the flower only as best we can. A little bit over is fine because it helps it blend into the background. So we're going to take this accent here. I'll crank it all the way up so you can kind of see what it does. So that's 100% accent. And we're only going to go for maybe 16, 17, 18. That one. And now we're going to use my second favorite tool, but we are going to use it in reverse today. Usually I enhance the structure, but today I am going to go in the negative, and I'm going to show you what it does. But first we are going to mask this flower and the stem because we want that to stay sharp. Oh, I gave away what structure is going to do. Okay, I got that masked. So now I'm going to go back over here to brush, and I'm going to erase, and I'm going to erase this overage here because I don't want There we go. I did what I almost always forget to do, and I forgot to invert the mask. So here's the mask now. It's the flower and the stem, so I just made the flower and the stem blurry. So now we inverted it, so now it is the opposite. There we go. So there is 100% positive side. See how it brings out every little detail in the background? Instead, we're going to crank it all the way down, and we're going to go -100. Okay, so let's head on over to the next tool, which is going to be glow. And we're going to use soft focus on glow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 100%. Oh. Nope, first I've got to go get my mask. Sorry. We'll go back to structure, go to mask, go down here to mask actions, and we're going to copy that mask. Then we'll go back over here to glow. And then we got to paste the mask in there. And then we'll go over here to adjustments, and then we will crank up the glow. I know, you think, wow, that looks horrible. I have to agree with you, it does. But hang tight, I'm not done yet. So then we'll take the brightness down, because I definitely too bright there. Something like that. And in the contrasts, we're going to bring the contrast down because I don't want it that super duper bright yellow and green. Want it kind of muted. And then I'm going to take the warmth, and I'm just going to bump it up a little. There we go. There you go. Now it looks better, right? Before and after. Just kind of gives that background a little extra little touch to it. Go on over to the develop tool. And notice here I open it up again and it's all reset. So that means we get to start all over from 0. So this is where I come in and I'm going to play with the color now. And I'm going to take the color and I'm going to, and the temperature, I'm going to take it down just a little bit. Something like that, maybe? That kind of gets me back in my green tones. And then on my tint, I'm going to take it up probably a pretty good amount because I want that mauve color to come out in those blue bonnets. So let's kind of look at our before and after. Yeah, that looks good. All right, now let's go over here to vignette. Let's go ahead and add a vignette just for the fun of it. So we go over here, we select our subject, and then we will give it a little bit of a vignette. Maybe something like that. And size looks good. The roundness, let's go something like that. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go in here and make it so that it doesn't look like there is a mask done, or not a mask, to where a vignette is done. Because if it's obvious you've done a vignette, you've gone too far. So we're going to try and make it not so obvious. And I'm using all these tools, this feather. So if you go the other way, it creates a strong line. And this feather kind of softens it up and blends it back in to the side. Now, maybe somewhere right around there. And then we're going to bring up that inner light so you can really crank it up. You can make it super bright on the inside. But we're going to crank it down a little bit. Probably go right there. So here is our before and our after. That vignette is just very, very subtle. Thank you for watching and participating. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that. And while you're at it, go watch this video right here on how to go take some wildflower photos. Talk to you next week.